Welcome to Arnold's Challenge number 27. This is a progressive sequence of exercises that I've been doing since, I guess, for about a half a year now. And I'm basically, what got me started was trying to get rid of my, I have a paunch here. If you look at it, you can see that there's like many elderly gentlemen, I have a paunch, and so I wanted to lose that. That was my initial motivation, and it sort of spiraled into wanting to get healthy, an overall health plan. My sister died, I guess, about 2 years ago now, and she died, I think, way too early. And so I've been concerned about just trying to get into shape because I would like to live a long and wealthy, healthy life. So as part of the overall health plan, go to see a doctor at least once a year. If there's all sorts of things like high blood pressure. When you're weightlifting, that's something to be concerned about, is high blood pressure. Walking, which is cardio. I joined a gym. One of the things that Arnold said was that you probably should join a gym, if not because I have weights here, but to join a gym for the social aspects as well. So I've been doing rowing, ergometers, rowing at the gym. So that's all cardio. Stretching, that could be things like Pilates, yoga, jumping jacks, any kind of stretching. We'll get to that in a second. And then the last thing is weightlifting. So go see your doctor, cardio, stretching, weightlifting, and that's 4 things. There's probably more that I don't know about right now, but eat right maybe. But let's just start stretching. So the first stretching exercises I do right now, or in general, is the handcuffs. I call it handcuffings because you got your left arm, your right arm, and so first thing to do is to put your left arm behind your back, like you're getting handcuffed. Now, I've talked before about how my left arm is different than my right arm. In fact, my left side is completely different than my right side. I have this is some discomfort when I put my left arm. That is not comfortable. That used to give me pain. Right now, it's not giving me pain, but it's stiff. I guess you'd say stiff. Putting this behind your shoulders, behind your back, helps get your range of motion in your deltoids and your shoulders in general, and it stretches out these bicep muscles and all those muscles in the upper arm. All right, so get the right arm, do the same thing. So now you're handcuffed. All right, so let's just do bend over backwards. We'll do 3 sets of 10. As I've said, Arnold thinks most things should be done in 3 sets of 10. So, why not stick with the rule? So let's do 3 sets of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this is targeting my abdominal muscles, these muscles here, which is what you want to do to get rid of a paunch, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and then the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we can work on these obliques here by, this is the I'm a little teapot exercise. I don't know if you remember that from when you were a kid, but you can just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is, I guess, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. That's what we used to say in kindergarten. This is not a difficult exercise, or at least it shouldn't be a difficult exercise. And I don't know whether it's you don't feel like you're doing, it's not like a punishing exercise, but it is focused at targeting these abdominal muscles, which are what I'm trying to deal with for this paunch. Again, I'm trying to target this paunch here, and trying to get some fitness. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dump the glasses, dump the wedding ring, any other rings. If you got earrings, nose rings, lip rings, any other kind of rings on you, just get rid of it all. Make sure you got some easy, light fitting. I got some exercise clothes, and I got my Arnold's Be Useful t-shirt. This is from the Arnold's Pump Club. I'm not a paying member of the Arnold's Pump Club, but I follow his newsletter, and I think he's been motivating me. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the military press, the millies, that's what they're called, and we're going to basically do 3 sets of 10 of 95 pounds. So this is 95 pounds here. On the left side, I've got 45 pounds. And on the right side, I got 50 pounds. One of the things about using dumbbells as opposed to barbells is you can, let's try to get this camera set up correctly. One of the nice things about dumbbells rather than barbells is you can use different weights for each side, which considering my case, my left side is not as strong as my right side. If you've been following this video at all, you know that I ran into some really severe shoulder pain earlier on because my left side just couldn't take it. There wasn't enough stability in the shoulder to handle the weight. So what I did is I ended up going down on my left side weight and keeping the right weight the same amount, and then gradually building it back up. So now we're at on the right side. You can see that I've got 10 pounds, 5 pounds, that's 20 pounds and a 2.5, so it's 22.5 pounds on this side of the right weight, and again 22.5 pounds, so that's a total of 45 pounds. So that's 45 pounds in the weights, and then the handle and the collars is another 5 pounds, so that's 50 pounds right there. Now on the left side, I've got the collars, the handle, and 10 and 2 5s is 20, so 20, 40, 45 pounds. Okay, so we're going to do the 3 sets of the millis. Now, make sure that the collars are nice and tight. You don't want the thing falling apart on you. Again, you're going to work on the setup, catch those weights, make sure that they're in good position, and then start the job. All right, here goes. All right, we're in position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So that's the first set. Now, one of the things I want to say is that you need to be in command of the weights at all times. If you feel as though you're losing it, you're probably lifting too much weight, and you should try to back down. Don't try to. This is my advice. I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but my advice is, you should be within your comfort zone when you're doing this stuff. All right, so we're gonna break this up. So we're gonna do some crunches. So we're gonna do 3 sets of crunches. This again, crunching is really important for abdominal. So I'm putting my legs on an ottoman. I put my arms up a little bit, and I lift my shoulders off the ground, keeping my head down. So keep your head down, your shoulders and your arms up. 1. Hold it in, stretch. 1, 2, head down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, head down. 9, 10. Okay, so that's 1 set. Work on getting back up gracefully. So that's a crunch. And again, crunches, they don't seem like they're not punishing exercises like the overhead military press. They're not that hard, but they're from what I've read, the crunches are really good for, much better than sit-ups. The crunches are really good for these abdominals. I guess the opinion is that they're better than sit-ups, and I always thought sit-ups was like a punishing, difficult exercise. But why punish yourself if you can get at those muscles that you need to get at and do it an easy way? Why not? All right, so now we're gonna do the second set of the military presses, the overhead press. Get the catch position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Okay. All right, so that's the second set of the militaries. Now, again, what I'd probably do at this point is go to the crunches again. But what I'm going to do is play some music, because music is really, really important to me. And it helps my physical growth. So let's get some glasses on, and we'll play a song. So I got my song sheet here, and this is an old song I've been working on. I'm still working on it, but I figured I'd do just some practice with you. In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they sing. When the moon hits her eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Pizza Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love, love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, Signora. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Pizza Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. Alright, so that's a little bit of a diversion. But I think it's part of the whole deal, you know. You gotta have some rest time built in, and also you gotta be able to keep going. So we're gonna do that third set of the millies. And remember, I've got these winter gloves on, and we're just going to do last sets. Here goes. catch, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 10. Okay. All right, so that's all the millies right there, and I tell you, I subjectively speaking, after I play some music, I have more strength. I feel stronger. Okay, so we're gonna do some goblet squats now. 1. Now, on the goblet squat, when you catch it and you start it, you're using your knees. 1, 2. Then you transition to your biceps. 2. And then bring it back down. Catch, up. 3. Catch, up. Catch, up. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that's one set of goblet squats. You know, one of the things about the goblet squat is it it's working those leg muscles, you know, the squat muscles, and those muscles are really good for walking. They're good for rowing. They're real good muscles to have. And you know, if all you do is upper body exercise like the millies or the pecs with just a standard bench press, you're gonna get. I mean, I've seen guys like this. They have really upper developed uppers, but they don't have any legs. All right, so and of course you got your mid side here, which is what I'm working on. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, second set. It's not a lot of weight. It's 50 pounds, you know. But it's certainly enough for me. I mean, I feel it. I can feel it in my breathing. My breathing is labored. I got sweat coming out. And I'll have pain. I will have pain the next day from these exercises. Maybe not as much pain now as I did, but yeah, pain. I got this Gatorade at the gym, and I like it. All right, so let's finish off that last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so So let's do, let's go back to those crunches. We did one set of crunches. We gotta do 2 more to meet the Arnold's 3-set rule. Okay, so let's do head back, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You wanna raise those arms. Keep your head down. That's one of the things it's doing is it's trying to counteract the fact that most of us, when we're staring at our phones or our computers, we're all hunched forward. So putting your head down is stretching that head out, that neck. It's getting your neck out. All right, 1, 2, 3, head down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's it for the crunches. So we've done we've been doing 3 sets of all these exercises. We did the millies, we did the goblet squats, we did the crunches, we did the handcuffs, and then we did the arm middle teapot exercises. And there's more to go. I got more exercises that are on my list, but I'm not going to do them in front of you right now. I also need to go for a walk today. I don't know when I'm going to schedule that in, but I need to go for a brisk walk. You know, it's pretty hot outside. It's hot, it's humid. It's especially humid where I am here in Missouri. So, you know, walking, maybe I'll skip the walk, but I would really like to go for a walk some point. All right, so if you like these videos, you know, hit the like button. If you want to keep going with this and keeping track of what I'm doing every week, subscribe to the videos. This is really a video blog, so I'm doing this really for myself. I found it really useful to help me stay on track in terms of my progress. Last time I talked a little bit about, you know, before and after photos, and, you know, looking back at some of those old videos and seeing whether I've made any progress at all. And I did do that, and I don't have any photos here, but I do think that I have made some progress here. Another thing that I haven't talked about today, but I have talked about in previous videos, is losing weight, losing fat. Not losing weight, but, well, losing weight, yeah, but losing fat is also one of my goals. You know, this paunch is probably a lot of it. Part of it's the fact that my abdominal muscles are weak, but part of it's the fact that I have there's fat underneath this muscle. And so one of my goals is to get rid of the fat. Doing the weightlifting does burn calories, just like cardio, you know, running, walking, rowing. Those are, you know, classic fat burners. But weightlifting will burn some fat too. Um, and so that gets into the whole idea about trying to lose some weight on my body. The other thing as that addresses the not losing weight, but losing fat, is the fact that we know that muscle weighs 20% more, 20% denser. Doesn't weigh any more. It's muscle's 20% denser. So weight per unit volume, that's called density. If anyone went to school, so the density of muscle is 20% more than that of fat. So in other words, you're going to get slimmer. You can stay at exactly the same weight. You can not lose any weight at all, and you can lose some inches off that waist, of your pant size. You can lose some inches on that just by converting some of that fat. We can't really convert it, but if you replace some of the fat with muscle, you're going to weigh the same, but you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, and you're going to be better. Your whole life is hopefully going to be. Now, what are the drawbacks? There's always a bargain here. One of the drawbacks here is that there's a reason to have fat. Fat is the body's way of storing energy for the long haul, and you might need that energy down the road. You might need that fat, but in today's modern society, you can always go to the supermarket if you're hungry. So, it's not as important as it might have been 10,000 years ago to have a belly of fat to rest on, So that's one of the arguments why fat is really important. I don't pretend to know the physiology of the body and what all the things that fat does, but I'm sure that fat plays an important role in the body that I don't know about. So we talked about how fat is storing energy. The other thing that you got to be a little careful on is your heart. Your heart has to pump this blood around your body all over the place. And if you're suddenly changing your body from fat to muscle, your heart's going to have to do work, pumping that blood through all that muscle and feeding all those muscles. Now, I don't know whether what the deal is with that, but you might want to just be a little careful when you do a lot of weightlifting. Just keep track of your heart a little bit. Make sure that your heart rate is good, and your blood pressure. Your systolic and your diastolic. Those should be in normal ranges, and if they're not in normal ranges, you need to figure out if that's okay or not. There is a wide variation in what is considered normal. If you're an athlete, your heart rate might be 50, and that's normal for you. While if you're dealing with some issues, your heart rate might be 120. And that might be normal for you too. So there is a range in there, and I took my blood pressure, and I was 150 over 80. So the in fact it went 140 over 70. Now the question there is, I use this old machine. It's just a machine. I don't know how accurate the readings are from the machine, but the fact that the systolic measurement is raised at 140, that does concern me. The diastolic is spot on. It's good. There's nothing wrong with my resting blood pressure at all. But the systolic is a bit high, and I'm not sure about what that all means. I'm thinking I might go see the doctor and ask him about it. But the most important thing is not the numbers, but to figure out, is my, am I doing the right stuff? Am I in the range? Can I do weightlifting? Is there a problem? Is there a flag? Is there a flag dropped? So anyway, I feel great. I feel like that's my my comment, my response to you is that I feel great. I feel like I'm doing the right stuff. I don't feel like I'm overdoing anything, and I think that what I'm doing is safe for me. And I know for a fact that I feel a lot better than I did 6 months ago. Now, this is an experiment. There's no warranties, explicit or implied, as to what I'm doing here. But it's an experiment for me. This is what I'm doing with my life, and so far I think it's working out. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to especially thank Arnold for motivating me, and also the knowledge that he has. I've learned so much by just reading those newsletters. I want to thank him, a lot. And also I want to thank him for the image. I always thought that bodybuilders were bald men with handlebar mustaches who were in circuses. So he's definitely changed the image of what weightlifting is all about, and I want to thank him for that too. So I'm signing off. Arnold's Challenge number 27. Peace out. Hopefully this world can get to a better place. Sign out.